You know what that sound means, folks. Yep, it's back to another Tuesday noon whistle. Pulled over a little bit for the governor on Friday, but we're back to our normal scheduled broadcast. My name's Chris Stradier.
And I'm John Anzalone. And with us today, we have Melody Judge, Marketing Manager for the Walworth County Fairgrounds, and Larry Gaffey, General Manager for the Walworth County Fairgrounds. Thank you guys for taking time.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, our pleasure. So let's just get rolling right away. Spring, summer, we're all anticipating it. What are we looking forward to at the Walworth County Fairgrounds as we move into this warm weather?
Oh boy, everything, right? Everything. First of all, kicking off, we have the Elkhorn Flea Market that's coming up to kick off their series on May 21st. And then, of course, that goes through this summer. And they have 4 different events wrapping up on September 24th. We have the delicious dairy breakfast that everybody looks forward to, along with those truck and tractor pulls later that night. And that's June 17th. The delicious pork chop cookout is coming up June 21st. We have bull riding this year in July, of course. Elkhorn Rib Fest, baby. Of course, that is 5 days this year, starting on Wednesday, July 12th, and running through the 16th. We have close to 30 bands every day, as far like total, I should say, and that mouth-watering ribs that everybody has come to love. And of course, it's a national competition. So that's
did I hear there's short track racing too coming during Rib Fest?
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Or flat track. I'm sorry, flat track. Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited about that because, this year, Harley Davidson, they generally have a big anniversary rally every 5 years, and this is their 120th year. And they decided to move their rally from over Labor Day weekend to the same weekend as Rib Fest this year. So we thought it'd be nice to offer some of those, thousands of bikers coming in from out of state, a nice little ride down to Elkhorn and watch some flat track racing on a Thursday night. And the response has been phenomenal. So if you've never seen flat track motorcycle racing, you need to do it and it's free to attend, free admission, free everything. And we've got pro riders coming in, but it's one of the most, I don't know how to describe it. It's visceral. It's a visceral sport.
You guys
are you out there in Whiteberry?
I'm not. Oh, I'm 60 years old. I don't think I'm doing that. Although there is a senior class, a 40+ class out there, but I think that's more like John and Chris's deal than mine.
Well, for sure, John. For sure.
I was going to say, I'm closer to your end of it, Larry.
Yeah. Larry, you were smart to bring on Melody because, man, she kicked us off with quite the marketing presentation. So, boy, if the viewers aren't excited now or weren't excited before, they're excited now. Larry, besides all the upcoming events, what sort of upgrades, construction, what are you doing to the fairgrounds to continue to bring in those amazing attractions?
Well, interestingly enough, we're besides construction, next year we're looking at bringing another festival to the fairgrounds, probably in June. We're partnering with a group out of Ohio. It's a music festival. I won't say what kind yet, and it's still a ways off. But so we're excited to bring more and more events. But as far as capital projects at the fairgrounds, right now we're building another covered horse arena and another stall barn. Our equine center has become one of the most popular in the upper Midwest, and many people may not know that we're a nonprofit 501c3. We're not funded by the state or the county or the city or anything operationally, so we have to earn our own income. And that horse area is really turned into a good income earner for us, so that we can do other things that we don't make money on. And that our mission is ag education, also to entertain the communities and those sorts of things too. But ag education is a huge priority, and those programs don't really earn us any money, so we need to make sure that we can afford to continue to do those and keep facilities up. And that horse area is paid for a lot of repairs and improvements on the fairgrounds. Many you don't see. I mean, a lot of drainage issues. People remember the fairgrounds being, it can flood out pretty easily. Well, not as easily anymore. We put a lot of money underground to get that water off the property. New sewer projects, new roofs, concrete work, blacktop work, all those things that horse area has helped us pay for. So, but we're excited to be able to expand that even further.
Larry, what can you tell us about the paint? Talk of the town a while back was there's
I know, right?
paint at the fairgrounds.
Love it or hate
Oh boy.
it, but there is a method to it, and I can tell you that it wasn't my decision alone. I promise you that. I have a board of
Well, we know Melody's the brain, so you can just give her and we'll go on.
Thanks.
The Walworth County Visitors Bureau went through a rebranding process last year with the new logo and all of that, and they advertise outside of this area into kind of Illinois and trying to draw tourism in here. And they developed a new logo, and those buildings are the same color as the Walco logo that Walworth County Visitors Bureau is using to market Walworth County tourism. So that was part of the reason, and the main reason why we went with that color, as crazy as it seemed. But you know what? We've had some really, for the most part, great feedback, especially when people are trying to describe where to go on the fairgrounds. They say, go into the red building, go into the light blue building, go into the yellow building, instead of just a row of white buildings. So it's been helpful in that regard too. And I think it brightens the place up.
Oh, I love it. I think it's great. It's a great talking point. People are noticing it, and that's what you want, right? You want people to say, hey, what's that about? And why those colors? And I think it looks great. And when you say report to the fair office, you don't need to say fair office anymore. You just name the color of the building.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah, no, it's great. Now, you mentioned the events and the equine center and things like that, and the economics of it. But I think, the events you do really help our local economy, and the people that come here for all the events Melody listed and the horse shows and things like that is big for Elkhorn's economy, correct?
Yes. In fact, we just UW Whitewater just completed an economic impact study on the fairgrounds last year, and we were surprised. The overall economic impact on Elkhorn and just the immediate area is about $28 million a year.
Wow.
Just to break it out, Ribfest alone as an event has an $11 million impact on Elkhorn and the immediate area. The fair even more, of course, and the campground's been expanded where we have people coming in from out of town on a regular basis. People can just get online and reserve a campsite. And so we're bringing that out of town tourism into Elkhorn all the time. And
you can camp there anytime. Like someone could get on and make a reservation and pull in and camp.
Yeah, well, almost anytime. There are weekends where you can't,
Okay.
Weekends. The fair is all really done through the office, but like Alpine has a concert, we're packed with campers.
Okay.
But just and we have all these camping groups that come in all summer, but yeah, you can just get online. It's elkhorncampgrounds.com and make your reservation. The available dates will show up on the calendar, and voila, there you are. You're camping right by the school.
Interesting.
Yeah. So the jobs total too, I was kind of shocked. First, UW Whitewater said that we brought in about $1.3 million in state and local taxes last year. And on an employment basis, the total employment effect of the fairgrounds and all of its events is around 221 full-time jobs. And that was surprising, to me.
So Larry, speaking of jobs, are you currently looking for people, students, any help as you prepare for the upcoming season? And second part of that question is, when you do look, what are some key skills you look for in a possible employee?
Really, we end up employing a broad range of skill sets at the fairgrounds, but for summer seasonal help, which is we are looking for right now, it's working in our maintenance and operations department, and you might be cleaning horse stalls one day, you might be setting up picnic tables for an event the next day, you might be doing some light painting or just kind of touch up stuff, you might putting in mulch into landscape areas. I mean, it's a wide variety of things. Some mowing, trimming, that sort of thing. So, they're pretty basic skills that most high school kids probably already know. The biggest thing that we look for is reliability, and someone that will do what they say they're going to do. And we've been very fortunate. The kids coming out of the school systems here in Walworth County have been, very reliable. They're busy. They're busier today than they were 25 years ago. I can tell you that. They're not playing one sport; they're playing five.
Well, we know.
And yeah, there's clubs and parents are traveling all over. We're really flexible on scheduling, so we do part-time jobs where I can't work on Tuesday because I have this, or Wednesday or Thursday night or whatever. We'll work around that as best we can. But we're also looking for people who want to come out and work full-time, 8-hour days. There are some weekends that we ask people to help out during big events like Rib Fest or the fair or something like that. But we're looking to hire. We probably need 3 or 4 people right now, and we couldn't make it any easier. All you have to do is stop in the fair office and fill out an application, and we'll look at everybody. So
all right, so we'll send them your way when we come across quality candidates, which are
Chris, I'm going to pass on too. We've had some good experience with students working at the fairgrounds where we watch them grow. They come back every year to work for us. They love it. They love the atmosphere. We're not, really hardcore yell. We don't yell at people and things like that. We're actually a pretty good employer and pretty nice to the people that work for us. And, I've seen kids where it started out, I didn't think they knew how to do anything, and obviously they didn't, to where they've gone all the way through college and now they're an officer in the Marine Corps. I've seen just watching the kids grow and mature, and us being a part of that, even a small part of it, is really rewarding. So, I encourage any high school kid that wants to come out and work, get in and fill out an application.
So to add to that, you guys have been professionals and in different jobs for a while. And what, like, personal skills, or some people call them soft skills, do you think are so important to bring to the table when you go out and start to look for a job?
I think communication. Mel, what do you think? I mean,
I would say the willingness to work and communication, obviously, but the willingness to work. If you have that desire to do that, everything else will come. You know what I mean? Like, everything else will come. And the Walworth County Fairgrounds, there's so many different events going on. The life skills that you learn from working here and from being out in the public, that will never leave you. It is truly a great, amazing place to put on your resume if you're in high school. It's a wonderful place.
That's very well put, Melody. The interactions that you have with people and the things that you do here, helping set up events, working events, tearing down events, you're dealing with so many different people. And, just even from learning a basic sort of business process on how that all works, why do we put things where we put them? Why do we have to do this before we do that? And why can't we do, this now? And it's like planning. I mean, there's so much planning. How many meetings do we go through with staff on, these are the steps to get to that point? Imagine building the fair from the ground up every year, and you can't get things out of order. And I think it helps people understand how processes work.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate everything you do. You talk about economic impact and involving schools. You think about the Elkhorn Booster Club, one of probably their biggest fundraisers and fundraisers throughout the school district is parking, right? So it's always it's a great relationship, and we're always appreciative of you're willing to hire our kids and mentor our kids. And John, as we look at the time, guess what? We're
quick. Getting there.
Yeah. So we always close every episode of the Noon Whistle with a shout out or thank you. So Melody, we're going to start with you. Any group or organization you want to holler at here?
Absolutely, we do. We want to thank all of our sponsors, and we're always looking for new sponsors. We are welcoming this year for Ribfest, of course, and for the fair, which I didn't get to earlier. The Walworth County Fair runs August 30th through September 4th. And this year the theme is There's No Place Like Home. Isn't that fitting?
That is fitting.
Yeah,
Love it.
it really, really, truly is. So we just want to shout out to all of our sponsors for that. Larry?
I've got two things. Number one, I'd like to thank the parents of Walworth County for raising such good kids, and that, you know, the level of participation in our fair amongst youth, and whether they're showing off a pig that they raised or a painting that they painted or whatever it might be. Last year, the office ran through 15,000 entries into different competitions at our county fair, and half of those are youth that
That's
are
great.
participating. So thank you to the parents. And
That's
also,
amazing.
it is amazing. It's unbelievable. And I mean, we're the largest county fair in the state, not by a little, by double, second place.
Yeah.
And the second thing I'd like to shout out to is all of the nonprofits and civic organizations that help us here at the fairgrounds. Last year, we had 59 nonprofits and civic organizations that participated either through, you know, providing labor, volunteer labor, which we help pay, or they came here and participated in our events in a very meaningful financial way. And so they all earn money here, and I'm just very grateful for our kids in our
Thank you
community.
so much. John?
Yeah, you know, I'm going to piggyback off that. I was going to have another thank you, but I'm going to save that for next time. But I'm going to piggyback off that you guys do a wonderful job, as do a lot of our businesses, but partnering with civic organizations, involving the community, you know, in your events, and because of the location of our schools and being adjacent to the fairgrounds, we thank you for providing all these events and opportunities, because it does provide opportunities for our clubs, our activities, our band, our booster club. You know, we could go on and on and on to raise money by parking cars because of the events you do. So thanks for being a great partner with us. And it's always a pleasure to work with you guys.
And then I'm going to throw out a shout out to the Elk Area School District School Board. That is a extremely important position, and to all our board members and those who are considering the upcoming election and running, thank you for your involvement. And we can see it with our school board now. They continue to lead and support us as being a transformational progressive district, and we appreciate all the things they do. And with that,
here we go. Thank you, guys. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.